sorry if the camera quality isn't quite like it normally is. I've come in early today to film the vlog for this week, trying to be really organised, and have discovered that I left my camera at home, which is helpful. So rather than not record, I thought I would test out my new iPhone 8 and see. This is not an advert in any way, shape or form. But I just wanted to get it done so that the vlog wasn't late this week. And hopefully it will come out okay. It does mean that my viewfinder, instead of being here, is down here. So if I keep looking like that, I'm really sorry. Anyway, I hope you had a really good week. It has been quite a hectic one, as usual. So the vlog last week, I was saying that we had obviously half term, so that went really well. Lots and lots of children in. I think we had 6 children in every day, and we did different projects, which was great. It's always so lovely seeing children that either think they can't do it and then do it and are really proud of themselves, or kids that are already really into sewing and getting more into it. Something really, really nice about that. So I really enjoy that, but it does mean that the week is always really, really hectic, and I don't have any extra hours in the day, even though I'm teaching every day. So it means lots of late nights trying to catch up on what I've been doing. And then last week was a pretty busy week too. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll know that we were on BBC Radio London last Wednesday, which was really, really exciting. We were on the Joe Good show, me and Zoe, who's one of our tutors here, and we went on to chat about craft and sewing and setting up a business, and it was so lovely. It was really exciting. We got to go to BBC Broadcasting House in London, and the radio studio, and it's where they record the radios. It's caught up my hair. They record like BBC Radio 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And Radio London, Radio Asia, Radio Persia even. So it was really, really busy. It was just quite a manic experience, because there was just hundreds of people. You wait in reception, there's just like hundreds of people coming and going. And they were filming the one show outside, so they were getting all the stuff ready. But it was really nice. It was really exciting. I will link it down below. So if you want to listen to it, it's about 20 minutes long, and it was, yeah, a really, really nice thing to do. But that obviously meant that I was out for most of the day that day. And then there were some other bits that happened last week. So it's just been really hectic, and I've not been particularly well this week. So yeah, I didn't want to run behind with the vlog as well, hence the camera. But I think from looking, it looks pretty good. I mean, it might look a bit darker than normal because I can't work out how to up the exposure, and the you've got more of the ceiling than normal, because currently my tripod only fits my camera, it doesn't fit an iPod, so it's balanced on a cardboard box. It is glamorous here, guys, I tell you. Anyway, I'm just going to dive straight in. So I am wearing actually a really old make. This is the Sew Over Heather dress, and if I stand up and show you, so you can see this is made from a Ponte that I got years ago, maybe about 2-3 years ago. I think it was from Goldhawk Road. It's just a nice soft Ponte. I think there's a good amount of viscose in this because it's been washed lots of times and it hasn't pilled. So it's very similar to our Beatrice Ponte. But you will know if you've seen the Heather dress before, it's got these really cosy pockets, which at the moment, it is -1.5 degrees outside, so being cozy is very important. And the shape of this is just very sort of loose fitting. It's not designed to be super fitted. So I've worn this one because the Heather dress is one of my favourite dresses. Sadly, it's only a PDF pattern, but if you don't like PDFs, you could get it printed on net printer. I will link to the Heather dress pattern and net printer down below. But yeah, I just wanted to show it to you so you could see how it normally fits, because this week's make, I've made a little mistake on. It is a Sew Over Heather dress, as I said, and it is out of our Sophia Ponte. So I'm going to go and get changed into it, and then you'll probably be able to see the difference. But I'll show you this one once more. So, ta-da! Super snuggly, but not too tight. Right. I'll be back. Ta-da! So this is this week's make. It is, as I said, the Sew Over It Heather dress in our Sophia textured Ponte. We've got this in the purple colourway, which is what I'm wearing, and we've also got it in a blue colourway. I'll stand up and show you. Now, I'm sorry, this hasn't been hemmed yet. I haven't hemmed the sleeves or the bottom, so it's actually a bit longer than my other one. I think I quite like that. I'll stand back. Sorry, I've got to stand back so far so that you can get me in the shot. But yeah, it's really lovely. I absolutely love the colours. I love the pattern, and I love anything with a little bit of texture because it just feels a little bit different. Now, the reason I said I'd made a mistake on this, it's not a huge mistake, but this is probably why when you're sewing and concentrating, or when you're cutting out and concentrating, you should do just that and concentrate. I cut this out when I was with Susie, and we are terrible because we natter away, and then normally at least one of us makes a mistake, sometimes both of us. This fabric has a lengthways stretch and not very much on the crossways. So when you fold it, you need to make sure you're folding it with the lengthways edges rather than the selvage edges into the middle. And that way you'll get the stretch all across. I knew this because obviously I'd checked before I went to lay out all my pattern pieces. But because I was yakking away, I cut out half of the pattern on the lengthways stretch, so it had stretch, and then proceeded to fold in the other edge, completely different direction. I don't know why, I don't know how even, to be honest. I didn't even realise until after I'd done it. But it does mean that only about 3 pieces of this dress have any stretch in it, which is why it sits a little bit differently to my other heather dress. So if you see this front piece, this has lots of stretch in it. This side piece, no stretch. Luckily I cut the sleeves with some stretch in, and this centre front, but it does mean, oh, and hilariously the inside pocket bags have got stretch, although that's completely unnecessary. So it does mean that it fits quite differently to my other one. It's not as loose, and also at the back there's no stretch in that centre back panel, so it's quite fitted around my bum, which, because of the style of the dress, isn't necessarily the best thing, because what it means is up here was really, really loose, and because it's tight here, because I have a big bottom, it meant that the top half was yeah, massive. So what I've had to do, I'll pop a picture in if I can work out how to do it on here. I'm gonna have to edit this slightly differently because it's not on my camera, as I keep saying. What I had to do was basically pin out the back, the centre back seams, not the centre back seams, the princess seams on the back, and take out about 2 inches on either side, so about 4 inches on either side, because it was huge. There was so much excess room in it, because it doesn't sit nicely because of, it's obviously tighter over my bottom. So it's entirely my fault, not to do with the pattern, which is why I wanted to wear the other one so that you could see. It's not to do with the fabric either. It's just a reminder to pay attention when you're cutting out, because the cutting out is arguably for me the most boring part of sewing, and I like to do it normally nattering away, or I'll do it in the shop and I'll be talking to someone, or I'll be thinking about something else. But if you don't pay attention when you're cutting out, you know, you're kind of onto a losing thing before you've even started. That being said, I do really like the dress. I think although it fits slightly differently to how I would like it to, it is still totally wearable. I will hem it and I will wear it. In fact, I will hem it later today so that I actually get some wear out of it rather than just saying it. And lesson learned. I think I might make another one out of the blue that we've got, because the blue is really lovely. Again, if I can, I'll pop a picture in up here. And that's got some different shades in it. It's got some blues, obviously, and some mustards and things, which are obviously very on trend at the moment. So yeah, I might give that a go. And I've got some really nice navy tights and navy boots at the moment. So yeah. Maybe I'll try that one again. But I do love the purple. Purple's my favourite colour. Anyway, I've got a couple of plans for this week, if I can fit them all in. So I mentioned last week that I was going to start the Kalle shirt dress. I think you probably guessed that I didn't get anywhere near as far as finishing it. I have cut it out, but I actually have cut it out for something completely different to what I said. So this is the pattern. It's the closet case. It's really awkward not knowing where to look, guys. I'm sorry if you can't see or if it's really distracting me looking somewhere else. But this is the Kalle shirt dress from Closet Case. I talked about it in the last video, and I was going to cut it out of the dandelion rayon that I had, and I do want to do that. However, because I wasn't feeling very well, and because I wanted to sew it up fairly quickly, and it's the first time I've sewn up the pattern, I decided it would be better to sew it up in a cotton first, rather than a rayon, because we all know what slippery, I was going to say a naughty word then, slippery beasts rayon can be sometimes. And I thought, rather than faff about with that, I would cut it out in a cotton and see. And I've decided to go for what might be slightly crazy, but bear with me. This is our Alexander, this is the back piece actually, so ignore the shape and the neckline and everything. But I've decided to go with our Alexandra Henry metallic Peacocks fabric, because I thought with black tights, thick black tights, and a black like long sleeve top underneath, just to tone down the bright, it would look really unusual, and also it feels really nice to wear, and it'd be great in summer because it's cotton. So I've got as far as cutting the whole thing out, but you have to start with the pop over placket, because I'm doing the half. So I'm doing the version with a half placket, which is version 2 or version B, but I'm doing the longer dress length. So yeah, you have to start with the placket, and that's quite time consuming. And again, it's one you definitely have to concentrate on. And because I haven't been in a particularly concentrating mood, I haven't got around to it, but I'm hoping I will at least get the placket done before I see you again next week. So I realise this might not be to everyone's taste, but I am really excited about it. I love the blues and the reds and the metallic thread running through there. And it's just such an unusual design. And I don't know why it appealed to me, why it suddenly popped into my head, but it did. And I'm going to give it a go. So it will either be a complete disaster, but I don't think it will be. I reckon I could carry it off. We'll see. Okay, and then I've got a couple of other plans, but they're really quick plans. Sorry, I'm on a creaky chair today. First plan is for another self-drafted pencil skirt. So I've made quite a few of these. I've made one out of the Cobra Corsage Scuba, I think was the last one that I showed you. I wear it all the time. And we have this amazing Suede Scuba. So this, we've had it in a rose blush colour for ages. We keep getting it back in because it's so popular. I've seen some amazing things made out of it. Amanda made an Astoria dress. Samantha made Amanda made an all-dayer dress, and Samantha made an Astoria jumper, and I've seen some of you guys make brilliant things out of it. It's a really great way, so it doesn't cling, it really skims, it's got a good amount of stretch, there's no, because it's the same colour all the way through, you don't get any white showing through or anything, and it's got a great amount of recovery, so you can see. And it is so soft and so strokeable. So I thought I would make a sort of midi length pencil skirt with the wide waistband, which is my favourite style to wear. Literally takes me about half an hour to make one of these because I pop the whole thing up on the overlocker. But I know Samantha did warn me that when you're wearing this, people want to stroke you. So hopefully, because it's a skirt, people won't have quite such an urge to stroke me, because that might be a little bit awkward. So that's one of my plans for this week, because I could really use a just a black pencil skirt. I have got a plain black pencil skirt, but it's above the knee, and at the moment it's quite cold, and I want a midi length one. Okay, I'm talking really quickly today, guys. It's because I've got so much to do, and also I want to get this done before the shop opens. Right, next up, I've been saying about this pattern for ages. It's the Lee Southbank pattern. Again, I'm hoping that this isn't going to reverse everything because of the way I'm filming it. But if it is, I'm really sorry. I'll link everything down below so that you can find it. But this is the Lee Southbank pattern. It's a sweater, dress, or a top, or a crop top, and I've seen so many of these versions popping up, and I've wanted to make one for ages, as I said, but I wanted to save it for something that I knew we had coming in that I was so excited about, and it's arrived, and I am excited about it, and I'm going to use it. So let me show you. So this is our really popular Charlotta Embossed Ponte, which you will have seen before if you've been following us for a while, you've been watching the vlog for a while. We had it in navy first, which I made a linden sweater dress out of. We had it in black, and we've still got a little bit in black, so we got it back in again, which I made a linden sweater from. And now we've got it in bright pink. Oh my gosh, it is so gorgeous. I literally squealed when the supplier showed me the samples. Squealed. Which I don't do that often. So I don't know why I'm doing it that way. Do that. It's obviously got the same embossing, the same embossed pattern on it. It's the viscose poly blend, so the poly means it washes quite well, and the viscose means it's nice and soft and stops it from pilling. And yeah, it's just beautiful. And at the moment it is so cold, as I've said. I mean, it's cold for us, it's -1.5, but you guys, if you're in America, must, or Canada, or anywhere actually where you have actual proper cold weather, must think that us Brits are hilarious the way we go on. When I was driving in this morning, all the trains have been cancelled. There isn't even any snow. There isn't even any snow. Apparently -1.5 degrees is too cold for public transport. Anyway, my plan is to make a nearly Southbank dress out of this. And I cannot wait to whip this up. I think it will come together really quickly. I'm just going to do it all on the overlocker. Sorry guys, so the phone rang, which is helpful because obviously I'm filming on my phone. Did I mention that? Which I knew was going to happen. So that'll teach me I should talk quicker. Anyway, I think it will come together really quickly. As I said, I can't stop snuggling those. It's so cozy. And I really love the bright pink. I don't wear pink that often, but yeah, I quite like that. And with black tights and black boots, I think it's going to be super snuggly, like a hug. Oh, I could wrap myself up in that. I'm quite tired actually. This is so nice. I could just go to sleep. Anyway, I think I've waffled on enough. I've just realised that I've put the camera back around this side instead of this side where it was, so it's probably completely shot. I'm sorry guys, I will make sure that next week I've got my actual camera. And I am sure that I will be back on form. So anyway, before I start rambling on again, me and my snuggly fabric are going to go. But I hope you all have a great week, and I look forward to showing you my makes next week. If you've enjoyed, oh, that was a good move. If you've enjoyed the video today and want to keep up with more of our videos, then please make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Probably down there somewhere, and I will see you again next week. Take care guys, bye.